What's up guys, and welcome to another transfer video on the channel. I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. Today on the news we're gonna talk about Wolverhampton striker Raul Jimenez. Juventus are trying to sign him this summer, but Wolverhampton are only willing to let him leave for 60 million euros and Juventus will not meet that price. Also in the news we have Sergino Dest, the right back from Ajax. He has a favorite destination and that is Bayern Munich. And talking about Bayern Munich, Leroy Sane is determined to join Bayern Munich this summer, and Bayern Munich as well will try everything to sign the German winger. Check all of this news and much more next in the video guys. Don't forget to leave a like, that's really important. Today we don't have a likes goal, so smash that like button. Let's try to reach the max that we can in this video. Destroy that like button, it is really important for me and for the channel to grow. You already know that, so smash the like button. Enjoy the video guys, let's go. Today we start with Everton's Brazil international Richarlison has claimed he received offers from Barcelona and Manchester United in January that were each turned down. There were lots of offers during the season from Barcelona, from Man United, he revealed to Los Desimpedidos. But the club opted to keep me in the group and I did not want to leave in the middle of the season. It's bad to leave teammates like this. Peter Crouch has criticized Arsenal for not tying star youngster Saka down to a new contract. I would be concerned his contract, Crouch said on BT Sport via the Mirror. It's happened time and time again at Arsenal. I do not know who is in charge of contracts at Arsenal, but he needs to be sorted. Celtic are set to appoint Gavin Strachan as a coach at Parkhead, according to the Daily Record. The 41-year-old son of ex-boss Gordon replaces Damien Duff, who left the role at the start of June. Bayern Munich coach Hansi Flick has nothing to say on the future of Leroy Sane after it was confirmed the winger wants to leave Manchester City. Pep Guardiola said this week Sane has made it clear he will not extend his contract and will move to a new club either this year or after his deal expires in 2021. Push have rejected a 4 million euros bid from New York Red Bulls for striker Ivan Toney, according to the club today. The League One side expect to fill the host of bids this summer for Toney, who scored 26 goals for the club this season. Celtic and Rangers have also expressed an interest in the 24-year-old, who push value closer to 11 million euros. Fiorentina remain interested in signing Thiago Silva but will not break their wage structure to land the Brazilian, according to Luton Sport. Thiago Silva will leave Paris Saint-Germain upon the expire of his contract at the end of this month, with a host of clubs interested in his services, though he would need to take a significant pay cut on his estimated 12 million euros a year wages. Fiorentina are among the contenders for the 35-year-old signature, but are insistent they will not offer him more than 5.5 million euros per season. Edison Cavani and Thomas Meunier will not stay on to see out Paris Saint-Germain's Champions League campaign and will leave the club when their contract expires at the end of June. Cavani and Meunier are amongst several PSG players whose contract expires on June 30, as well as defensive pair Thiago Silva and Kurzawa. But while Kurzawa and Thiago Silva look set to accept the offer to stay until the culmination of the Champions League, Goal can confirm that the French champions will lose two key players as they prepare to compete for continental honors. West Bromwich Albion star Mateus Pereira triggered a contract clause that will lead to his permanent signing, according to the Birmingham Mail. The Sporting loanee was one appearance away from meeting the requirement prior to the coronavirus pandemic, but by starting against Birmingham on Saturday, he can now sign permanent terms at the West Bromwich Albion. Neymar is determined to make history for Paris Saint-Germain when the Champions League returns in August. The world's most expensive player has been unable to lead the League and Champions to European glory up to now, with him having completed a 222 million euros move from Barcelona in 2017. Neymar scored twice in the 3-2 aggregate victory over Borussia Dortmund in the last 16, before the 2019-2020 competition was suspended due to the coronavirus pandemic. David De Gea is the most overrated goalkeeper I have seen in a long time. Roy Keane fumed at halftime in Manchester United's 1-1 draw with Tottenham on Friday night. the Spanish goalkeeper dropped another clincher in Friday's draw at Tottenham, which will only intensify calls for him to be replaced by Dean Anderson. Real Madrid should keep Sergio Ramos for the remainder of his career after making a mistake in allowing Cristiano Ronaldo to leave, says Predrag Mijatovic. The defender's deal runs until the end of the 2020-2021 season, by which time he will be 35 years old. Madrid have in the recent past allowed other legendary names to leave at the tail end of their playing days, including Ramos' former teammates Raul and Iker Casillas, who moved on to Schalke and Porto respectively. Arsenal have completed the permanent signing of lone defender Pablo Mari from Flamengo, according to reports. The Spaniard, who arrived from Brazilian side Flamengo on loan in January, suffered an ankle injury against Manchester City on Wednesday and is expected to miss the rest of the campaign. Despite the injury, Gunners boss Mikel Arteta expressed his desire to sign Mari permanently, with a deal worth up to 16 million euros now seemingly completed. And talking about Arsenal, Mesut Ozil is determined to see out the final year of his Arsenal contract despite the Gunners' attempts to offload him this summer, according to ESPN. The North London club are keen to lower their wage bill as they look to ease the financial damage caused by the coronavirus shutdown. As one of the club's high earners, Ozil is among those the Gunners are keen to sell, but the German forward is settled in London and will not agitate for a move. Juventus are interested in Wolverhampton Raul Jimenez as they look to bolster their forward line this summer, according to Calciomercato. The Serie A side turned their attention to the Mexican on the recommendation of agent Jorge Mendes after missing out on Mauro Icardi and being frustrated in their attempts to negotiate a deal with Napoli for Milic. However, Wolverhampton are reluctant to sell the 29-year-old and would demand up to 60 million euros for his services, a fee Juve are not willing to meet. Napoli are close to agreeing a double move for Victor Osimhen and Gabriel Magalhães, the Gazzetta dello Sport claims. Lille defender Gabriel has been linked with the likes of Chelsea and Everton, while Osimhen has been a target for a number of clubs around Europe. Newcastle are preparing their transfer plans for the upcoming window regardless of what happens with their proposed takeover, according to the Chronicle. Rome forward Patrick Schick, currently on loan at Leipzig, and out-of-contract Nice midfielder Arnold Luzamba are said to be targets. RC Lens have signed 27-year-old right-back Jonathan Klaus on a 3-year contract from Armenia. Former German international Max Kruse says he cancelled his contract at Fenerbahce this week as he has not been paid his full salary since February. In a post on Instagram, he said, "I have never broken contracts in my career and would not give notice of termination if Fenerbahce had kept to the contractual arrangements." Juventus have made an informal approach to Chelsea for Jorginho, claims Calciomercato. The midfielder is a favorite of Juve manager Maurizio Sarri. Juventus are also still interested in Barcelona's Arthur, but the Brazilian wants to stay at Camp Nou. Crystal Palace manager Roy Hodgson is ready for another transfer window of interest in star player Zaha. Will he leave the club? Let me know down in the comments. Southampton winger wants to return to Celtic, according to Football Insider. The 25-year-old was on loan there before suffering a foot injury and would apparently rather return to Glasgow than sit on the bench on the south coast. Wolverhampton are set to open talks over a new contract for manager Nuno Espírito Santo, reports The Guardian. The 46-year-old is hugely popular at Wolverhampton, having taken the club from the Championship to challenging for the Europa League. Ajax and American international defender Sergino Dest wants to join Bayern Munich, according to Sky Germany. The 19-year-old apparently prefers a move to the Bundesliga over a potential switch to Barcelona or PSG. It is claimed Ajax are looking for up to 30 million euros for Dest. Monaco defender Benoit Badiashile is wanted by a number of clubs, according to L'Equipe. Bayer Leverkusen are said to be in pole position for the 19-year-old, with Nice and Rennes also in the running. Badiashile made his debut last season and is now approaching 50 appearances for Monaco in all competitions. Aaron Lennon has rejected a short-term contract extension at Burnley, reports The Athletic. The former Spurs winger will leave when his contract expires on June 30. Clubs in England, Turkey and Brazil are said to be chasing him. West Bromwich Albion defender Nathan Ferguson is being hunted by Premier League clubs Arsenal and Tottenham. The 19-year-old attracted interest from the Giants after impressing for the Baggies in the Championship this season, reports Birmingham Mail. Ferguson's contract expires at the end of the summer. Chelsea, Manchester City and Manchester United all want to sign Bayer Leverkusen's Leon Bailey, the Daily Mail reports. The clubs were left impressed after he provided 2 midweek assists against Cologne. He is thought to be a cheaper alternative to Jadon Sancho of Borussia Dortmund. Paris Saint-Germain prodigy Adil Aouchech's future is far from certain, with Bayern Munich the latest side to take an interest in him, Le Temps Sport reports. Saint-Etienne are believed to be close to signing the offensive midfielder. West Ham defender Winston Reid is set to return to Sporting KC on loan, MLSsoccer.com reports. Although there was some doubt over the New Zealand international returning to the club, it is expected he will be available on July 9 when the season resumes. Everton will push hard to sign Colin Dagba from Paris Saint-Germain, Le Temps Sport reports. Carlo Ancelotti is a big fan of the right back, who has been earning regular game time for the Champions League hopefuls. AC Milan are ready to do everything to convince Gianluigi Donnarumma to stay put, Tuttosport reports. PSG have been strongly linked with the young Italian goalkeeper, whose contract expires next summer. Dian McGee was released by Manchester United earlier this week, but he is a wanted man, the Star reports. Watford, West Ham and Rangers have taken an interest in the midfielder. Celtic manager Neil Lennon has passed comments on the future of Edouard, the club's much-wanted forward player. Speaking on the Frenchman, he said, "Will there be bids for Edouard? I do not know. There's been no bids for anyone at the minute, which is pleasing because I want to maintain the continuity." And finally, to end the video guys, former Manchester United defender Rafael wants to leave Olympique Lyon, Le Progrès reports. The fullback is out of contract next summer and wants to move to Fluminense. We reached the end of the video guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said in the beginning, today we don't have a likes goal, so smash that like button. Let's try to reach the max that we can in this video, so don't forget to leave a like. Leave a comment down below as well about the transfer video, about anything that you want guys. Subscribe if you're new, stay safe, I'm Defaults and I'll see you guys in the next video.